Hey all, Hawkeye here. Out doing my 2020 urban pandemic hike. Actually, I'm not in town. I'm out on the bike trail, which is much more pleasant. No traffic. I'm out by the lake. Solo today because I've been hiking with Chandler, my buddy that took me out to Campo last April in 2019. And he's been trying to make some life changes, and we're trying to get back in shape together. So we're motivating each other. But it's kind of hard for him. He's got a little pizza place, and with the shutdown going on, he's been scrambling to keep it afloat. So he's been a little hard to find the free time to walk. But anyway, he's a good friend. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in my next video, is some of the friendships and relationships and people that you meet on the trail, on the PCT, and how they become, some of them become lifelong friends. And I even keep in touch with people I hiked with in 2018. So I'm going to do a little bit of touch on that and do a few more miles with you, and hope you enjoy it.
Before I get too far into my hike on this video, I want to talk about some of the friends that I've met on the trail. In 2018 I met several people, but I'll talk about the people I met on 2019 when I told you about my little trail family starting out. And once we got into Julian, we ran into Madeline and Joe. We ran into them in the hotel in Julian. Nice young couple. Madeline soon became Snow Peaks, and Joe became Twist Off because of a beer bottle situation. But anyway, they hiked with us off and on up until Walker Pass, where they had to leave to go to a family get together. And then once they got back, they decided to go up to the Canadian border and hike southbound. So I didn't get to run into them again, but we still keep in touch. Very good people. After View and I left Julian, we got to Scissors Crossing, which is a bridge with some trail magic underneath. We ran into this couple, another couple that I noticed his hat. It said Fish, Iowa. And so of course I had to strike up a conversation with them, and turns out he's from Ankeny, that is where we live. So it soon became a small world, but I ran into them off and on. I think I kind of lost track of them up around Big Bear, but still keep in touch with them on Instagram. Very nice people. Enjoyed meeting them. I hiked out of Big Bear with this gentleman. His name's Gary. He had some pretty bad blister issues on one of his feet in Big Bear, so that he was nursing. So we hiked together out of Big Bear and spent about a week. I think he went ahead just before Wrightwood, but his trail name became OG. Some of the younger people called him OG because of his external backpack. Obviously, he's a Washington State fan, and we still keep in touch as well. That is OG.
Hey all, Hawkeye here. It's Monday, the 13th, the day after Mother's Day. I'm heading to Wrightwood, and but I don't have a reservation till Tuesday night and Wednesday night, so I'm gonna camp 10 miles away from Wrightwood and then just hike into it in the morning, tomorrow morning. Got a package there that Susan sent, and I'm gonna check into some shoes at the hardware store. They sell Merrells, and that's what I use. Then be able to put some pictures on Facebook for you. And after Wrightwood, pretty much get to climb out of Wrightwood and up to, I don't know if you can see it. That is Baden-Powell. That is 9,500 feet, 400 feet. That comes after Wrightwood. So I'm gonna take a 0 and rest my legs. I've had some knee issues since yesterday, so that is my plan. I'm a little distracted. There's a helicopter flying through the valley here. I'd show it to you, but it's real tiny, you can't see it. Anyway, that's all I got. Hawkeye out. Hey all, Hawkeye here. I'm on a trail. It's called the Acorn Trail. It's a spur trail down from the PCT, and it takes you right down to Wrightwood, which last year I hiked about 5 miles on over to the Highway 2 and then hitched into Wrightwood. So I thought I'd change it up a little bit and do this. A lot of people do this to save a little mileage, but it's quite the downhill trail. Wrightwood's a small community. They're very hiker friendly. They're kind of surrounded by some hills and mountains. You can see it down there below, and then the flats out there, kind of separated, but Highway 2 runs through it. I'll be probably getting a hitch back up to the trail, and then I think Wrightwood's like 5,000 change in feet elevation, and I'll be hiking out of there up to Baden-Powell, which is 9,400. So I'm gonna go down and hopefully find some breakfast. It's around about 6:30 in the morning. I'll find some breakfast and wait for the post office to open, and probably go to the hardware store, and that's kind of the hiker mecca. They have a register there that you can register as a PCT hiker, and they have a big booklet of trail angels that you can go, that people invite you into their house and stay and get cleaned up and that kind of thing. But I got a reservation at the Pines for tonight and tomorrow night, so that's my plan. I will see you down there. Hawkeye out.
So I got into Wrightwood early in the morning, had a good breakfast, which is what I usually do when I get into town, is to feed my face. Got to the hardware store, swapped out my shoes, or got my shoes and my box the post office is right next door to the hardware store, so that's convenient. But I wanted to swap out my shoes because I started out the trail with my normal shoe, but it was a wide, and my feet were slipping around a little bit too much, and I had a couple of little blister issues, nothing serious, but I ended up getting what I needed, another pair of Merrells. So that's how I started my day in Wrightwood. I know this is pretty gross, but I didn't need to really do a whole lot of laundry because I did it in Big Bear, but I did want to clean my socks out. It's frowned upon, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey all, Hawkeye here. Still in Wrightwood. I was planning on leaving first thing in the morning, but evidently there's going to be a thunderstorm coming through like early morning. So I extended my stay for another night, so I will be checking out Friday morning. It'll give me time to rest my fatigued legs. Last week out of Big Bear I did like 98 miles in 5 days, so I was pushing it, and I'm not planning on doing that again. From now on I'm gonna just kind of take it easy, 15 miles a day, depending on the elevation. But so that's where I'm at, in Wrightwood, eating like a pig, trying to make up for ramen and spam. But anyway, just to let you know, I will be in Wrightwood until Friday morning, and I will climb out of here, which is, we're at about 5,000 feet, and I will be going up to 9,000 feet. So I do not want to do that in a thunderstorm. So that's the plan. Hawkeye out.
So I finally got a hitch out of Wrightwood early in the morning. The gal was heading out to the trail with her dog and picked me up and dropped me off at the trailhead right where she was going to walk. So started climbing up towards Baden Powell and ran into a lot of snow. Once I got to the top, it was pretty amazing. The thunderstorm that went through the night before left a coat of ice on all the trees, and there's the view I had once I reached the summit. Supposedly should be able to see LA from here, but the cloud cover was not allowing that.
Hey all, Hawkeye here. Just got done climbing off of Baden Powell. Got some 360 pictures and some stills and video with my phone. It's pretty cool. I don't know, had some pictures earlier of some of the trees that had froze up from that rain the other day, and it's pretty cool. Right now the trees are they're melting off. I don't know if you can see, but those trees all have ice on one side, and they're constantly melting off and falling. It's kind of cool. I'm just sitting here having some lunch and looking at the view. Tops of the clouds that are probably over LA right now. Well, hopefully the pictures on Baden-Powell turn out. I was kind of hoping for a clear day, but that's okay. Somebody up there said we didn't want to see LA anyway. So anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna finish munching on some food and then head downhill. I can already tell the difference in the temperature. It's already warm, and it was really cold and windy up on Baden-Powell, so it feels good down here. Sun's shining and warming me up. Hawkeye out.
These are some sort of fungus that grows up. Supposedly, they grow off of the evergreen or some sort of pine root out of the ground, but they're everywhere. They kind of brighten up your day when you see them. So that takes us to mile 400. I will be posting another 100 miles or so coming up shortly. Have a great day, and if you are on YouTube, please like this video and subscribe if you can. Thanks for watching. Hawkeye out.